and drugs. You ain't supposed to do that shit.
Now that's the part.
So when they go by what they to the letter of their religion, you can't do that. So and you can't profit off of other people's suffering. That's basically what that drug dealing falls under. So when the Taliban came and they ran in a lot of those places that sold that shit, they killed a lot of them off, begging for the country to come, begging for somebody to kick the Taliban out. Because if the Taliban get kicked out, they can go back to business as usual. Go back to business as usual. You don't hear about no Taliban. Oh, how much the Taliban you hear about now?
Yeah,
every 10 years they change the name of the shit. First is Al Qaeda, then it's the Taliban, now it's ISIL or ISIS. They change the name every 10 fucking years, but it's all the same motherfucker. It's all the same motherfuckers. The traditional Islamic State. They don't want that shit to come up like that because in that area they do have it there, but they got other religions too. And Islam is the fastest growing religion on the fucking planet.
Nah, you're right.
Okay? And if they can implement that, or at least slow it down in the areas where we have a foothold in this shit, no, you ain't doing that shit. No, get out of here. Don't ever think. Look, one thing I learned about our country, if it ain't no fucking money in it, they don't give a motherfucker about you. And after we finish sucking out your resources, then we give you back your independence, but that's because you ain't got shit already. We done took it the fuck off.
Of course, that's what they did.
So
the same thing
if
with
it ain't
Ghana.
no money in it, if it ain't no money in it, because what world threat we got now?
They did the same thing with Ghana after they had that war with Ghana. This is going back to 1072 AD. After they took over Ghana, the Gold Coast, after how many years? I can't call this date off the top of my head. But they got their independence back. Of course, they never went back to their age of grandeur because they had taken everything from them.
They did the same thing in Haiti.
Yeah,
why you think Haiti's so fucking poor now?
Haiti too.
It didn't used to be that like that. That's because they sucked everything out of it dry.
Yes, exactly. Because like I said in the beginning when we started talking, Haiti was known for its resources too. Now Haiti wasn't always no poor ass country the way they try to make it seem now. Like Haiti's so poor and everybody make fun of Haitians. He ain't poor.
No, that's that generation that's like that.
That's this generation that's like that.
And they was talking like, that they kicked the British or the French out of there. No, they didn't. The French was done with it, and it was like, look, it's just not cost effective to stay there. We'll fight them a little bit because we got to get the fuck off the island because they're going to try to kill you. Other than that, it's just not cost effective to stay there. So guess what? Let them have their independence. There ain't shit else there.
Yeah.
What they got to trade with the rest of the world?
Well, thank you.
Nothing.
They done sucked you dry for all your natural resources and everything they can get. So yeah, you can be independent now. Put your flag back up.
What superpower is there out there other than us?
You mean us as far as Americans?
Yeah.
What, Europe? England?
Europe is not a superpower. Please don't say China, because China ain't a superpower neither. Neither is Korea or Japan. No others. We are the world police. Whenever you get in trouble, you call America. We're going to send some motherfuckers over there to get this shit act right. But we ain't coming over there unless we can take over some of this shit because we helping you.
Yeah.
And we ain't going to help you.
And we ain't helping you to fuck for free. You know what I mean? We got the biggest military on the planet.
You right.
Russia is gone. Russia is broken down into like 30 different countries now. With none of them enough strength to fight us. Except on the down low with a computer bullshit. What the hell is that? One person make a virus, we'll build an antivirus to beat that shit. That ain't nothing. Let Russia start talking that shit about, y'all can't come over here. Watch what happens. Let Europe, any country in Europe that's not a part of the coalition, which we are the leader of that coalition, don't be a part of that coalition, or be a part of that coalition. You want to know that talking that shit about what you ain't gonna do. Watch what happens to your ass. We'll find something. We'll make up something, and we're gonna go over there. And we're gonna fuck you up. We're gonna beat you into submission, and then get you back in line. And then now, you ain't really a country no more. We're gonna take what you would have as value, because you can't be in my coalition unless you got money.
True.
Because if you a poor motherfucker looking for help from me, I ain't got time for it.
Oh yeah.
Why you think
don't never hear about
Why you
Malcolm
think they
doing
not
nothing
running
like
over there in Africa and fucking with none of them and cleaning none of that shit out over there with them civil war? Ain't nothing over there. Ain't
that?
nothing. Everything
That's
is
what they
gone.
do. That's what America do.
If you ain't a part of my coalition and you want us to help you, you gotta bring something to the table, and we want half.
Yeah, we want to be able to set up
And you
camp
better not
on
let
your
us find
land.
out. And you better not let us find out that you got more than what the hell you said you got. Because guess what? We gonna take it all.
I'll be right back.
That's
Told
what we
you,
do.
man, America's the biggest fucking gang, bullies, whatever you want to mafia. This the real mafia.
No, we have evolved. We have
We
evolved.
evolved.
We have evolved from Germany. We get part of the way we are right now because of Germany.
Right.
The other part, one part you get because of the Spanish. But our origin starts over there in fucking England.
Right.
It starts there, and it branches out, and we assimilate everybody. Why you think technically the police can still run in your house without a warrant, without showing you a warrant? That's that Gestapo shit. That's that German shit, that Russian shit. We just exploited and assimilated it to a point now we can't be stopped except for by ourselves. We can't be stopped. That's why we do what we can do whatever the fuck we want. We don't really need a provocation, because basically all we gotta do is say you got weapons of mass destruction and wait 3 to 5 years. Oh, we made a mistake, but by then we already in there.
Yeah.
Then what you gonna do? We already in there. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth now, but what you gonna do? We went over there and didn't find no weapons of mass destruction and stuff. Oh well, we made a mistake. We thought he did. And I ain't that, guess what? He should have let us in to find out in the first place. And since he didn't, fuck it, and fuck you. What you gonna do?
So what you think about this whole what you think about this whole election thing? Like, I mean, like, you know, Donald Trump being in office, like, what do you think gonna happen? You know what I mean?
I've made more money. I made more money when a Republican was in there than when a fucking Democrat was. And I ain't that. Let's get something
Well,
clear.
no, you're right, because I ain't gonna front when Ronald Reagan was in office. There were more jobs.
I'm going to throw some shit at your ass real quick. Technically, you ought to be Republican.
Well, in the beginning, it was Republican.
Yes, it
the
was.
Republicans was for the slaves during the times of slavery. And when we was fighting on the side of the Revolutionary
and when we got
War,
free and started making our own money and doing all that other
yeah,
shit,
you know
we
what
were
I'm saying?
Republican.
Yeah, we were.
I don't know how I got switched to Democrat.
I don't know.
really
I don't know that either. I'm
But-
still looking into that. I don't understand that
Because Lincoln was a
when
Republican.
we was fighting with the Revolutionary War, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Which is a
no.
part of history they take out of the history books.
We fought
We
the
were
Revolutionary,
with them,
and we weren't slaves either.
and we wasn't slaves.
We didn't become slaves until after that. We did not become, because it was only
Wait a minute,
13
what you talking
colonies.
about? Slavery started in 1419.
Slavery may have started there, but what I'm saying is the fight in the Revolutionary War against the British.
17.
They were slaves, but they were all free. They were free to fight against the British. And what the British used to do is say, check this. They enslaved you. If you come and fight for us, once this war is over with, y'all all gonna be free. And none of that, you ain't gotta stay here. We gonna send you back to your origin.
That was a lie.
If you want to go back to your origin, or you can come and stay with us.
Yeah, come fight
Which
with
is
the
in
British and
Canada,
you'll be free.
which is in Canada and in Europe. You can come back with us. And if we win, you free. You ain't gotta leave. So a lot of them, yeah, they were slaves back then. I ain't getting it wrong. But I'm talking about, it wasn't re-implemented until after that shit was over with. Because once the white man won his independence and he had blacks fighting for him, he said, okay, the North long as you live up north, you ain't gotta be a slave no more.
Well, you know, I've read that Thomas Jefferson
Yeah,
actually put a clause into the Declaration of Independence to free the slaves, but it got taken out of the Declaration of Independence because everybody wasn't with that.
You know this country.
Primarily the
Who's
North.
the country's first president?
John Hanson
Yep.
was a black man.
And you know why John Henson isn't in the history book? And you know why nobody really knows about him?
Why?
Because of that cracker George Washington.
Oh, George Washington had slaves that he inherited when he was a
No,
boy.
it wasn't behind that. He didn't want to be under a nigger. Okay? George Washington started a mutiny. He was a part of the coalition that started a mutiny over boots. And that black president made sure that they got him. Made sure that they got him because Washington wasn't the first president. They had 6 other motherfuckers other than Hanson after Hanson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But George Washington didn't want to be under those niggas. And he started that mutiny shit and wanted to go in the White House and kill and hang the motherfucker. Yeah? Yeah?
Okay, that's a part of history I did not
George
know.
Washington, because George Washington made, look, after they won their independence from the British, they didn't want to have no fucking king.
No,
But
yeah,
the
I
one
know
guy,
that.
the guy that could come along and organize shit for a government was Hanson. Hanson and another, some more white people, but those same white people elevated him to president because he was one of the smartest and most organized motherfuckers that they knew. They could keep records, make sure shit run right, make sure the money getting spent where it's supposed to be getting spent, and he was stingy because you couldn't just get anything because you asked for it. So therefore he built up the bank. He built up the bank account. And when George Washington and them motherfuckers wanted new boots, what you need new boots for? You rich, and ain't that, we ain't fighting nobody no more. What you need boots for? We needed just to keep a regular regiment together. But George Washington was the one that started that fucking mutiny against Hanson. And was going to run up in the fucking Capitol, which was in Philadelphia, to run in that motherfucker and take him out and hang him. And he had a whole bunch of other redneck cracker motherfuckers, because that nigga from Virginia. That cracker motherfucker from Virginia. Okay? So therefore, working under some nigga, and he got a gang of slaves to fuck back home that could look at him dead in the eye and say, hey, who your president?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I feel you.
Come on. George Washington, fuck that no-teeth bitch.
I mean, you right about that, bro. That's
Fuck
the same
that
thing I
motherfucker,
say,
man.
though. That's the same thing I say.
Because they were talking about, after they had the succession, because the president was only supposed to be in office for a couple of months, and then they would have another election to vote another guy in. And George Washington was acting like, oh, well, I don't want to be president. I'm cool. When technically, behind the scenes, that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be the president, acting like you know how they say, if you aspire to be something, you think you just as good as it is, and you got enough supporters wanting you to do it, and all the while you're like, nah, I don't want to be president. But you got a whole gang of supporters now, but they're your supporters. They wouldn't think you would be president if you didn't tell them that that's what you wanted to be. So, like I said, but yeah, Washington led a mutiny. And the only reason why he didn't get killed, because he had enough supporters to not want to kill him, because George Washington went on trial for that shit.
You said he went on trial for that?
Yeah, he went on trial for that shit. Arguing about some damn boots. And the war's over. You don't want back to your plantation already. Who you fighting?
Yeah.
Got all them other troops all riled the fuck up about how their shoes were and shit like that. But man, the average militia was rich motherfuckers. All them bitches had money. None of them was poor. So what you bitching about boots for? That you can go buy.
This is true. This is true.
You know, 'cause-
Yeah, okay, I can feel you on that. Like, you want us to take money out of the budget
Yeah, you want to take
get
money
you
out of the
boost, but
budget,
you have money.
and you got money. What the fuck, man? You want the boost for your regiment in Virginia. You are in control of that regiment. You rich. You pay for the boots.
Basically,
I gotta keep this money here to run the government because he was organized.
John Hanson.
That motherfucker was he was an accountant. He was able to keep the books.
Well, shit, what's the black dude's name?
He keep the books.
That designed D.C., Washington, D.C. Damn, this dude name escaped me right now.
Washington D.C. can't even fucking vote for president.
You said Washington, D.C. can't vote for president.
If you live in the metropolitan area of Washington D.C., you cannot vote for the fucking president. The only vote right you got is for your district. Excuse me, I said that wrong.
This is the
You
District
can
of
vote
Columbia?
you can vote for president, but you can't vote for anything outside of that. And you can't vote for the District of Columbia because they appoint every one of those fucking offices. You can only get voted in as mayor. You can only get voted in as mayor. You can't even get voted in. You can't even get voted in as a delegate. The president and all of them appoint who they want. You don't get to vote for them. You only get to vote for your mayor. The city council is appointed. You don't vote for them. It's their appointments. They're appointed.
Woo, this is real
Aldermans,
history right here, man.
Aldermans, yeah, you can vote for the alderman of your district. You can vote for him, but city council you can't vote for. You got to be appointed. You got to be appointed, and that means you gotta go and
You gotta be appointed to vote?
No, you gotta be appointed to vote for councilman.
Okay, I get you.
The senator for the District of Columbia is appointed. He is not voted in. He's appointed.
He's appointed. I got you.
Yup. Everybody outside of DC can vote for their shit, but in Washington DC, look, there's too many niggas that live there
Yes, it is.
that have the right to vote.
You can say niggas on this channel. We say niggas here.
But it's too many black folk that live in DC that can vote out a lot of those white ones that are in control of that area.
Right.
And they don't want that. That's why they are appointed. That's why if I was you and you don't like the way your shit is, you can't vote for make change. What vote of change are you gonna really make if you live in DC? You don't have none. Cause you can't have none. They're voted for. I mean, they're appointed. They're appointed that office until they're not appointed any damn more. Cause even the mayor of Washington D.C. got no power. It's just a label. He does not call no shots in that damn city. He don't. He has absolutely no power to do shit. The mayor of Washington, D.C. has no power at all.
Wow, excuse my brother for saying niggas. Anybody took offense to that?
Sorry
We
about
ain't
that.
calling none of y'all niggas. You my brothers and my sisters. We are African American, black folks, if you will.
Apologies for that. But,
We just talking real talk, that's all.
yeah, the real phrase is true. And if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is look it up. That's all you gotta do is look it up. It's real easy. You look it up or look at it in
Nah,
the
you
book.
right. You mean like, I do study a lot of areas of, political and stuff like that. But of course, I'm not master of all areas, so
I'm
that's
not
why it's
master of
always
nothing
good.
either.
I'm
I
not
ain't
master of
master of
none of
nothing.
this, but that's why
I'm
I
just
like
telling you what I know.
politicking with my people.
I'm just-
You
I'm-
learn something every day,
I'm just speaking on what I know. I ain't speaking on nothing I don't know.
and that's what's up.
And because then that'd be a lie.
See, and we
I
don't
only
do
speaking
that
on
here.
what I know. Now, because a lot of people know a whole lot more than me. I can only speak on what I personally know.
That's right.
That's
There's always
it.
more to learn outside of your circle. Your circle is what you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm
then
not speaking for
outside of the
somebody
circle,
else.
there's always more to learn.
I ain't speaking for nobody else. I'm just speaking for what I know.
That's
and
what's
that's
up.
all.
And believe me, I'm
that's
going
only
to go
thing I
home
can
and look
come at it
all
like
of that up.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. I'm going to look it up.
But it's there. Is there the stuff about what the Europeans did to the Chinese? Oh yeah.
But that's really messed up. I mean, over some fucking opium.
Over
Start a
opium.
whole war like that. But
Start
this is
a
what
war
they
with a
do,
whole
yo.
country over
Nasty
drugs.
bastards.
Over drugs. And like I said, they keep calling it all these different names, but every 10 years, every terrorist group is called a different name every 10 years. Every 10 years. And if you count back and you really think about
So
it,
you really believe that it's all the same person? Al Qaeda, all of them, they want
to suppress.
Well, I mean that's
a
a little like
religion.
what the Jews do. When they
you
get
think
into
is
a
behind
private
the
ownership
who
over
you
a
think is
building, they change up the name.
Technically, who you think is behind the suppression? Let me tell you something.
Who's behind the
way,
suppression?
The biggest way, really, why a lot of people today hate Jews is because the United Nations cut out a part of the Middle East and told the Jews, that's where you are. That's your land, that's your country. All the other countries that are surrounding them are all their enemies. Now,
well, that's like with Israel. You know, the Jews are not actually the actual natives of Israel.
No, they're not. No, they're not. But what I'm saying is, how you going to take the land from them Palestinians and them other ethnic groups that are there, which are all Muslim? How you going to take, it's like a donut. They all surrounding you. You're the only motherfucker in the middle. And not only that, all the other countries that are all unarmed, who's the most armed one around there? Israel's the most armed one in there.
Mm-hmm.
And when they kill the Palestinians, there ain't a big uproar about any Jews killing anybody. But let one of them Palestinians bomb one person or let one Jewish child get killed. They'll kill 30 Palestinians for one Jewish child. One Jewish blood person. But you never hear about what the atrocities or what they do to them. All you hear is about, we had to retaliate. Okay? And we only hear about what the Palestinians did to maybe 5, 6 of them. You don't hear about the hundreds, because after it happened, right immediately after the bombs dropped, Israel runs into wherever the bomb came from and kill anybody that they see in sight. On sight, they kill them. Okay? Until they get their fill. And then and find out and investigate who started it, and then go kill them, and then they'll go back where they was, and they'll sit there and wait for the next bomb to drop, and then they're going to do the same thing all over again. And they've been doing it ever since they became a state, since 1967.
Oh, you right about that. You right about that. I was talking about that on my videos.
Since 1967, the year I was born, 1967, they've been doing it like that. And they say, well, we can't never let Israel get conquered. It can't get conquered. The surrounding countries that's around them don't have no kind of real army. Basically, when you see them on TV, they throwing a bunch of rocks. Yeah, they got some guns. They got some guns to be able to retaliate somewhat, but they ain't got the army that Israel got. Israel, they're running them and cut them down like you mowing a damn lawn. And kill everybody and call it in justification. But it ain't like if 5 people get killed, they kill 5 people. They may kill 50. 5 people get killed, they'll kill 50. Plus the people who they looking for. And it ain't like they don't know who they looking for. They know who all the enemies are around them because they the only ones with major intelligence.
That whole thing is messed up. Like
they're the only ones with major intelligence around them. They're the only one with major intelligence around them, meaning that they can infiltrate any one of those, and some of them could probably infiltrate them, but not for very long. Come on, man. I ain't got nothing against Jewish people. I really don't.
Neither do I.
Because I'm not going to sit here and say I'm anti-Semitic. I'm not. That's not me at all. But don't sit there and act like you ain't did shit wrong. You know, shit. You done shit to people, and you have had shit done to you. just like everybody else.
Just like everybody else.
Which doesn't make you any better or
Slavery
different
is the
than anybody
oldest
else.
institution in the world. Just about every nationality
At
some point in time have been slaves.
Shit, we slaves today.
We're slaves today. We're still slaves. We've all been
Right
enslaved at some
now.
point in time. It's just a different way
We are slaves right now. And you know what it's called? Democracy.
That's what they call it, right? That's how they disguise
It's
it.
called democracy.
They disguise it as democracy.
And how you can tell you being a slave? There's only 1% of the rich motherfuckers in the country. Everybody else that's outside of that 1% is slaves. They all working for them.
Basically.
In some form or another, you working for them.
And
They the plantation masters.
who is that? The elite?
Yup.
That's the elite. That's the one that's pulling all the strings. If you ask
Because
me.
how can you keep on getting rich and the rest of us still keep on being poor? Or some of us are delusioned that we're not poor like these other poor countries are. But that's only because everybody's fighting over a cracker because that's all that they left over there. All they left over there is a little bit of shit. So everybody got to fight for that little bit of shit. And not only that, we the biggest consumers on the planet. I'm talking about black people, not Americans. Americans consume a whole lot. But the biggest consumers of a lot of stuff that you see out there today is triggered towards getting the black man's money.
Of course.
All of it is. Ask about that damn Oklahoma shit. You remember that?
Yo, you ever see this movie that George Clinton did years ago called Cosmic Slop? P-Funk, this movie right here, like, Sula's the one that told me about the movie. Like, they aired it maybe once or twice on TV back when he first did it. And then they never aired it again. But you can find it, I think it's on YouTube as a matter of fact, and we'll check it out a little later. But Cosmic Slop.
Check it out about the Oklahoma Massacre. And let me tell you how come that Oklahoma Massacre came about.
Great.
Alright.
Yeah, but Cosmic Slop, the thing that's funny about that, to cut you off, is these aliens come down, right? The aliens tell them we want all your dark-skinned people, all your black people. Give us all your black people by such and such a time, or they threaten to pretty much blow up the world or whatever have you. You see all the Chinese people, the liquor store owners, all the white store owners, and, liquor store, clothing store, etc., talking about how we gonna give them our black people. We'll go bankrupt if we give them our niggers. Our black people, they the ones that keep us rich. They the ones that buy all my sneakers. The store owner told me they buy all my sneakers. They buy all my liquor. They buy all my cigarettes.
We are as a people are the biggest consumers of the economy.
Oh yeah,
because
we
the
are.
economy, if you look, that which brings me to my thing about Oklahoma.
Okay.
Okay, they had a town, Oklahoma. I forget the name of the city, but it's in Oklahoma. They had a whole community, nothing but African Americans, no whites at all. They had a town.
Are you talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street?
Yeah.
Black Wall Street.
That place was, and you know how come it got so big? It was the richest place for blacks congregated in one place in America. And not only that, they kept all their dollars in because they had their own banks. They didn't have to go to none of those stores. They didn't have to do nothing. They
had their own every fucking thing.
They had their, no, not the Black Wall Street, but this place was in Oklahoma, and it was a city, and it was one of the most thriving metropolis, not metropolis, but cities in the West, in the Midwest.
You sure you're not talking about Tulsa though?
I forget the name of the place, but the reason that place does not exist anymore. They call it a different name today. But the reason that this place doesn't exist anymore, or at least what it was, is because they said that a white dude said something to another, a black guy said something to a white lady and insulted her in front of some other white guy, and then it all started and they wanted to lock him up. But the real reason behind that is because most of the whites that lived around the city, the ones that were shop owners and people that lived there, they were all poor. They weren't really making no money because the blacks kept their dollars in their community.
Okay.
And the only way that they can get some of them dollars is if they eliminate that community, because even the white people had to go and buy from
Buy
the
from
blacks.
the blacks.
They had to buy from
Well,
the
that
blacks.
sounds like you talking
and
about
not
true
that,
stuff.
we as a people at that time weren't buying nothing from the white folks. None. We produced our own stuff. We made our own stuff.
Yeah,
we had our own banks.
That sounds like you talking about too
And this is back in if I'm correct, this is back in like the 40s.
Yeah.
The 30s or 40s, something like that.
Something
They had
like
a
Black
whole
Wall
community.
Street.
And it started from there, and then it just blew up, just like Rosewood.
Like Rosewood.
But Rosewood was something completely different.
Yeah, Rosewood
completely different. It was the same result, but different situation. But this situation on why did that happen? Because they needed those black dollars, and as much as they talking about slavery and all of that other junk, they needed to get those black dollars because they weren't making no money off nobody else. The blacks owned farms. Like I said, we owned and had all of our own stuff. People walking around
all the grocery stores, even the movie theaters,
all
schools,
the stuff
everything
was black owned, black businesses, and all the entertainment was there. So some whites got jealous and needed any excuse because they threw that Jim Crow law in there. All right, then fine. We won't vote for none of your people, but guess what? Y'all still got to come and see us. And you want us to make contributions? We didn't make no contributions. We stayed only ourselves. All the blacks there, almost all of them owned their own houses. And if they didn't, they had mortgage companies that mortgaged houses so that people can buy them and make them affordable for black people. And they were building it to make it even bigger. The whites got jealous because none of that black money was coming to them. And they use that Jim Crow law and that other stupid raggedy ass excuse to run in there and terrorize and kill almost all the people who are prominent that lived in that town. They just paid these people a couple of years ago. Almost 80 years ago. This shit happened 80 years ago.
I don't know.
When they massacred
they
those people,
fly over there and blow this city up.
No.
So
there
you ain't
no
talking
planes.
about Black Wall Street.
There was no planes. None of that. It was just regular 1930s, 1940s. It wasn't nothing like that. They just paid the ancestor. They just paid the ancestor of. It was like 7, 8 people that just got their money. Some were old when they were getting ready to die. So it went to their next of kin. But the ones that all could prove who can live there and they got killed, they after 80 years, they just paid them. They just paid them a couple years ago. After 80 years, because they tried Oklahoma and the rest of the country tried to eliminate it from the history books, which is why everybody keep on denying until there ain't hardly no more record of it, and then they can knock it out. But those people never let that go.
Wait a minute, I gotta look this one up right here. I think this is even new.
Some kind of Oklahoma massacre where it was nothing about black people.
Wait a minute. No, I did see a little documentary about that. I don't think I saw the whole thing, but I did see a little something about that.
And America, along with Oklahoma and all of them, tried to eliminate it from the history books. Just like they tried to eliminate Rosewood from the history books. Because this way it shows in a modern day era on how that got to be the way it is, or how Gainesville.
Well, here's another one you'll never hear about. Seneca Village was Central Park. Part of Central Park in New York, one of the biggest parks in all New York City. Central Park. I don't know how many miles of it, maybe like 500, 800. But a section of Central Park was known as Seneca Village, and it was predominantly all black people. Prominent black community. Everything owned, stores, schools, everything. We talking about doctors, lawyers. And when they decided, I guess, that they wanted to buy this land because they wanted to build this park, which is now today Central Park, they came in there and they basically killed off the black people that wouldn't live peacefully. Just killed them off, got rid of them, But
we can't go massacre our country. We can't go massacre our race anymore. How we do it now? You think of how Chicago used to be. Named by a black man. Chicago founded by a black man.
Right. I know that one.
Okay? But Chicago. Harlem in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before shit got really crazy, how predominant those areas were. Watts. Watts is an area that was split, but a certain section of Watts, before the gangs and all that other stuff jumped off, there were predominant black people out there. Oakland. Another place at one time was a very beautiful place. South Central Los Angeles, or in the Latino Mexican part.
Oh, yeah.
All those places were beautiful places at one time.
Early 1900s.
I'll get to that. There's one more point I need to make, but I'll get back to it. But those are beautiful places. How you stop them from becoming too big? You throw drugs in it. But first, you started out with a fight or some kind of dispute with the powers that be against the people that are already there, and cause enough of an uproar for them one to go off. And that's the one thing I used to hate about hearing back in the day, is that when blacks used to get and go in an uproar, you would tear up your shit. Go tear up the shit of the motherfucker that oppressed the bitch.
Now, I do agree with that. I
Okay,
agree with that.
why
Like,
tear
why
up
would we
your
do
own
that? Why
fucking
we tear up
community?
our own community?
Why tear up and destroy your own community? But that's what they did. And then once they got them like that, throw the drugs in the game.
The Nixon war on drugs and all this shit.
Nixon war on drugs was bullshit, just like the Iran-Contra shit was bullshit. That was about drugs,
Well, they
too.
brought the drugs into South Central.
Yup, through the CIA.
Yeah, right? And what was it? Freeway Ricky Ross. He told the whole damn story.
Yeah. But my next point I want to come out with, too, which is really fucked up. Don't ever talk no shit about no Mexicans or any Latinos, really negative. And the way the media or the future president talking negatively, don't pay that shit no mind.
Exactly.
And that's a message to any Mexican or Latino speaking person that's so-called illegally, or legally, don't worry. How do you want to think that they can kick you out of your country? Because the United States, from Texas all the way the fuck up to Seattle and Portland, belonged to Mexico. It was a part of fucking Mexico.
That's right. That's right. You
That's why the names are Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
Not Los. Los Angeles.
Right. That's
San Diego.
there you go.
Nevada.
all Hispanic
of those are
territory.
Hispanic, Latino, or Mexican names.
That's right.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
Texas. Texas is a Mexican name. It used to be called
Santa
Los.
Monica, all of that.
Yeah, Colorado, you can't kick. How you gonna kick Mexicans out of a country that's already theirs? It's still their name. All it is an imaginary line that cut off from there, and that's because of the Mexican wars. But literally, you couldn't kick them people out after the United States beat Mexico and took that part of the land. Okay? After they took that part, they ain't kicked the Mexicans and they ain't kicked them the fuck out. You're not gonna be able to do it today either. It ain't gonna be allowed. It's not gonna be allowed. Everybody think, oh, the United States, our country, just gonna start running into people's houses and take, look, you try. It's one thing to do that Gestapo shit on black people. Because half of us, which is a shame, we don't stick together.
No, we don't. I say that all
We
the
don't
time.
stick together tight like how those other ones do. Because literally, try to run up in the Mexicans.
Oh, you not.
And enough of them, if there's enough of them. And if they all here legally and all drug peddlers and stuff like that, one is another reason why you're apprehensive about going in there, because one, they're just as armed as our National Guard is. They're just as armed as them. And not only that, they got something that the United States will always want until they make it legal. Drugs. Until they make it legal, we gonna all. If you ever learn or if you get anything from what I'm saying here today, it all falls back to that. Because every time, drugs is always in the midst of this shit. Because that is what is fueled how the word to control people. And as long as we got something, because we're a consumable nation, as long as we got something that Mexico want and it's illegal, they're going to always be here. And all you motherfuckers crying about, kick all the Mexicans out, who the fuck you think going to pick that corn out there in the fucking field? You going to get your ass out there?
Man, please, you know.
You going to get out there? You going to pick those oranges and all that shit off them trees? And go out there and work for little to no kind of money?
Exactly. Who's going to do
What
that?
white person or average American is going to go out there and do that? Nobody
And
is.
I know them damn
So
white
leave 'em
people,
alone.
European ain't going to do it.
So
Them
leave it
laziest
alone.
motherfuckers in the world. They
So
don't wanna
leave
do
it
their own
alone.
work.
And
They
you
don't
know
wanna
us
raise
black
their own babies.
And now you can't make us do it. As black people, you ain't going to be able to make us do it. Not legally.
Nah.
So, who else is going to come here and do that? That's a part of the economy. So, a part of the economy that literally is the forgotten economy.
Yeah.
Human labor is the forgotten economy. But it's always been in, it always will be. No matter how many fucking computers we make, no matter how much internet you get, no matter how automated you may become, there's always going to be a human element involved in it because that's the only way it's going to be allowed.
Well, you know they say that the cornerstone of civilization, this civilization, I guess, is human sacrifice. I believe that's the cornerstone of civilization for
In
this
some form or another.
so-called United States.
That you ain't gonna be able to kick out no Mexicans, cause where that who gonna give you your oranges in the motherfucking fridge in at the supermarket? Who gonna give you your apples and bananas and fucking peaches and and strawberry, all that healthy organic shit you motherfuckers talking
There you
about?
go.
Who the fuck
There
you
you
think gonna
go.
pick that shit? If you see how much money that they actually pay them fucking people, it'd be like, man, tell that motherfucker to leave them Mexicans alone. Because literally, if you sit back and you think about it, you're not gonna work for that kind of pay.
We
That
sure
kind
ain't.
of-
Black people too damn proud for that.
No, now I ain't too proud for it. Motherfuckers just ain't gonna do it. You make more money on welfare than what the fuck they pay them. Your mom will not do shit.
Yeah, you right.
You get more of a Social Security out of a month than what them people get paid. And that's how come they all live. Everybody make fun of, oh yeah, you got 11 of Mexicans. You gotta live like that because of the pay that they want to pay them. Ain't shit. You gotta live with power the fuck up. Just like back in the day when black people was severely so-called poor, everybody had to pull their incomes together for the household. Correct?
Right.
Same fucking way with them. And they're illegal because they can't do it legally. They ain't legal. They ain't gonna leave them motherfuckers alone. Or your grapes and your oranges gonna cost $1 or $5 for one. That's what that shit gonna come
Yo,
to.
this is Real Talk. Me and my big bro, Truth Seekers, and I'm out for this session because we have 42 minutes. Peace till next time. Ashe.
Man, yeah, for real. You think, cause everybody all worried about Mexicans getting kicked out, man. Look, hey, when they, look,